Hello and welcome back to another video here in the LEGO room. I hope you are well. Today is a very exciting day because we're going to show the images of the brand new LEGO Harry Potter sets that are coming out in January. If you're a LEGO Harry Potter fan, please do drop a like on this video before we dive right into it, and please do consider subscribing as well. There is a ton of LEGO Harry Potter stuff coming up in this space over the next couple of weeks and indeed in 2026, as you're about to see. Let's start off strong with the set that I was most excited for. In fact, I had called this about a year or so ago. Go back, check the receipts. I spoke about a Love Good House, and wouldn't you just know it, on January the 1st, we are indeed getting a Love Good House, which is set number 76476, and this is going to be 764 pieces and clock in at $90 US or £80 here in the UK, which I actually don't think is too bad of a price, despite it obviously missing that natural price per piece bracket, which I will reference at times throughout this video. But as I've said in previous videos, I do feel like we're moving so far away from price per piece that it's quite honestly, as it always has been for me, about the eye test, which is how you sort of feel and how you feel when you see it, basically how it makes you feel and whether or not you think it is value for money and whether or not you do want to get it. And of course there are other factors in there like minifigures and things like that. The minifigures in this particular set, you're going to get a brand new Xenophilius Lovegood, the first time we've seen Xenophilius in any set here, along with a Luna and a Death Eater and Harry and Hermione. No Ron in there for some reason, which I find really kind of odd. It does feel like we're maybe skimping ever so slightly. Normally I would complain that you only ever get Harry, Ron and Hermione in these sets, but it does feel like we're skimping out when we lose one of those three, really for no particular reason. Of course, we saw it again in the Malfoy Manor set on January the 1st this year. Ron was missing from that as well. So yeah, just feel like we're skimping out a little bit on that. The one thing you will notice from these first shots as well is the 25 years of Magic box art as well, with that 25 on there. That's because any set that has this on is going to have a Patronus in it. So this one is going to have a Bunny Patronus, which is of course Luna's. I really like the look of the box art, as you may have seen in the previous video, which I'm sure I will reference at some point in this video as well, when I spoke about Harry and Hagrid's bike. The new box art with the gold trim and the navy, the midnight navy sort of trim on it, I think really looks nice. It might be the nicest they've made Lego Harry Potter box art in sort of recent memory, certainly that I can remember. It's certainly my favourite just from immediately looking at it. And you will see some variations in box art as we move forward. Just like with this next set, which is of course still got the same trim of box art, but it is set number 76470. Now this is something that I am a little bit disappointed with. It wasn't one that I was particularly excited for, purely for the reasons that I'm about to explain, which is that I believed that we would get, just like we did with Hagrid's bike this year, a big upscaled Hagrid and Harry that kind of looks a little bit odd. And obviously in this particular set you're going to get a buildable Ron, a buildable Harry and a buildable Hedwig in there as well as a buildable trunk. This is going to be 868 pieces. It's set number 76470. It's going to clock in at $80 US and £70 here in the UK. I would have been far happier with this set had it been something closer to a Speed Champions or indeed a Icons set like we've seen with the Ayrton Senna set or the Nigel Mansell set over the last couple of years. I think that would have gone down a little bit better. I think the issue with this set, of course, is the fact, and you can just see it peering in the top corner there, you've got the Flying Forward Angular that came out a year or so ago from the time of recording this video, and that is only £12.99. That is fantastic value. It might be the best Harry Potter value set on the market in terms of the figs, in terms of what it looks like, how it feels, how it scales. So I think to then try and put a £70 Forward Angular out on the market is always going to be a bit of a tough sell. The vehicle itself actually doesn't look too bad if you remove the sort of, and this is just my personal preference, if you remove the sort of upscaled figs from it. Of course, would look slightly weird without the upscaled figs. That is something that I would consider doing. It's something that I would consider using for displays, taking those figs out and just having it as a display car. But again, with that Forward Angular on the market, I do think that this is a tough sell. It certainly will have its place, and I'm sure there'll be people out there who are different to me and do want to go out and grab this set, but I do think it is a tough sell with a £12 Ford Anglia with 2 figures already on the market. The next set is a little bit controversial for good reasons, to be totally honest with you. Set number 76460 is once again another 25 years of Magic box art set. This of course means there's going to be a Patronus in there for the 25-year anniversary. It is a cat Patronus, which of course means we're going to get a Hermione in this set, along with Harry, along with Professor McGonagall and Draco as well. And again, the Professor McGonagall, not the good version of Professor McGonagall that we have seen in the Boat House Arrival, where she's got the printed skirt piece as well. So a little bit disappointing with that. 124 pieces, but 4 minifigures in there, and of course that anniversary Patronus as well. This set was originally slated to be $12.99 here in the UK and $15 US. Now, at the time of this video being recorded, we don't actually have the information listed on the lego.com website, so it is again speculation, but I would be staggered if this set comes in at £12.99. I don't think I've ever seen it in recent times where you get 4 minifigures and a animal, a sort of extra figure in there for £12.99. I do believe this will come in at the £20 mark, sort of battle pack prices that I spoke about last year with the Dueling Club as well. The 4 figures in there for £20, and I spoke about it again recently with that Hagrid and Harry and Pivot Drive Escape. The 4 figures, that £20 mark, even £18 mark, I just can't see them doing this for £12.99. And there was speculation in the beginning whether or not this was indeed a £13 set or a $25 set, and I do think, looking at it, despite it only being 124 pieces with those 4 figs in, you are going to be looking at a £20 set or a $25 set. Let's see what happens with this one. I'm sure either way it'll be a good set. Of course, at $12.99, I think it's a fantastic set with 4 figures in. I think that's one I'll absolutely scoop up, and I think at some point in the future, probably not on day 1 in January, I will be picking this set up for £20. I do think it is a pretty good set. You of course get some small builds in there as well. A lot of stuff that you could integrate potentially into the Great Hall if you already have the Great Hall, like myself. A lot of stuff in there with the hat, with the 4 houses, and some of the, I don't know what you would call them, like egg timer, sand timers with all the colours of the 4 houses in. So yeah, some cool stuff in there to add potentially to a Great Hall. Next set I'm going to kind of gloss over because I've done a whole video about it. Set number 76495, which is the 124 piece Harry and Hagrid escaping Privet Drive. 2 different types of Death Eaters in here, along with a Hagrid and a Harry, and this is going to clock in at $20 US or £18 here in the UK. I think this is fantastic value. It's one I'm going to grab on day 1. I think it's excellent value for money. It is what I hoped for when I did the original preview all the way back in the summer of 2024 about the Harry Potter Hagrid and Harry escape bike that was coming in January of 2025, which of course we found out to be the sort of big upscaled version that I just don't like, as I've kind of already referenced in this video. I'm really excited for this. I think it'll go really well, as I mentioned in that video with the Pivot Drive that you've already got there. It scales really nicely. I think this is going to be a fantastic sort of smaller, cheaper set that Lego Harry Potter do. I think it'll be one of the better ones they do this year, and it's one that I will go out and grab on day 1. Another set that I absolutely am going to go out and grab. Now, will I do this on day 1? I'm not entirely sure. I really, really like this set, I have to say. It is set number 76466. Now, this is the Philosopher's Stone Collector's Edition set. It kind of looks like an Icons set because of the trim, which again is a different trim to that 25 years set. You've got the Golden Trio in there. Finally, a use of Ron that we haven't seen so far in any of these sets. Harry, Ron, Hermione. You get loads of different knickknacks, as you can probably see on screen, that resemble things that you would see in the Philosopher's Stone, including the chocolate frog card, the knight as well from the chessboard. The chessboard is sort of layering the whole system, and you get a load of really nice bits in there. That printed Harry Potter plaque as well on the front there, I think looks really good. I think this is a really, really nice set. I'm not 100% crazy about the price. It is 1,571 pieces and clocks in at $170 US or £150 here in the UK. Again, that's not actually too bad. I just think that it's slightly steep. It just feels steep. I don't know how else to say it. And again, this is me going back to price per pieces and everything, because price per piece wise, it beats the 10 pence per piece mark. It doesn't beat the American version, obviously, but it does beat the 10 pence per piece mark. But it just feels like it is slightly too expensive, but it does look sizable. It is one that I do want. Whether I get it on day one will be a decision that I probably make closer to January the 1st, and I'll be doing a video all about that closer to the time, everything that we can look forward for Lego Harry Potter and Lego Star Wars at the very end of December, moving into January the 1st. So do stay tuned for that. Hit the subscribe button, and of course similarly there will be a Lego Star Wars version of this video coming up in the not too distant future. So yeah, one I really like, one I will end up getting. Will I get it on day one? Haven't quite decided yet. Next up, another really nice cheap set. Not one that I'll be grabbing, I don't think. Certainly not on day one. Maybe one for the future when it's on discount. It's set number 76461, and this is the buildable Cornish Pixie Fig. 320 pieces in this set for $30 or £24.99 here in the UK. Kind of filling that Dobby sort of set on the market that will be leaving the market at the very end of 2025. You get a Gilderoy Lockhart book, which I think is one of the nice little pickouts of this particular build. You also get a buildable wand, which I remember going on about at the very start of the year. Why don't we have more buildable wands? So really nice to see that as an inclusion in this set, and I think the Pixie's kind of fun. I think this will go down quite well with younger fans, and I do think that they'll probably sell quite well given the price of the set, similarly to how well the Dobby has sold. The last set we've got images of today is set number 76464. Now this is the Cauldron set, as you can probably see, again with the 25 years of Magic and box art on there, which of course means we're getting a Patronus. This will be an Otter Patronus, and you're going to get Hermione and Snape in this one. 652 pieces, $60 US, £55. So again, price per piece, not actually bad at all. Is this cauldron worth £55 would probably be the real question that I'm asking, because it will sort of take the shape and feel of a sort of mug. So yeah, I'm not sure if I will grab that. Maybe on deep discount, it would be a nice kind of decor piece to go in amongst all the other Lego Harry Potter pieces, but I don't think I'm going to be paying £55 for this. I do, of course, want to try and get all those anniversary Patronuses, but I'm sure I'll find another way of doing that, maybe over on Whatnot. The final set is a set that we don't actually have any images of yet, and it is the Hospital Wing set, which is supposed to originally come out in January. Will it be moved to March because we don't have the images? Maybe we just don't have the images yet. Maybe by the time this video goes live, the images will already be circulating online. This is going to be a $100 set, a £90 set, and I have spoke about this in the January leak video, so you can go and get some more information on it from there. Again, a set that I am looking forward to because it will go in with my modular Hogwarts system as things stand. So that is one that I will be grabbing, and hopefully if we do get some images for it in the not too distant future, I will drop another video just like I did with Harry and Hagrid Escape from Pivot Drive set. I'll drop its own individual video, but looking forward to that one I will end up grabbing at that £90 mark. There you have it. There is all of the images that we have for the sets that will be coming out for Lego Harry Potter on the 1st of January. One or two that I will definitely be picking up. One or two I'll definitely be picking up on day one, including that Lovegood house, and maybe I'll do a little mock for it, just like I did with the Malfoy Manor that you can see above me over on the channel. That is the one that I'm definitely excited about, as well as that Hagrid and Harry Escape from Pivot Drive. I hope to get that Hedwig Philosopher's Stone Collector's Edition set either on day one or at some point within the months that follow. I'll be doing a video all about where we're at with price and waiting for sales and stuff in the not too distant future. So that is kind of in the back of my mind, waiting for a sale on some of these. But some of these are quite well priced, it has to be said. I think some of them are really good value for money by the looks of things. So that is a real positive in what is potentially the last year of Lego Harry Potter. The licensing, as I've spoken about many times on the channel, is up at the end of 2026. It, of course, I imagine will be renewed, particularly with the HBO show coming in 2027. What do you think about this list? Is there things on there that you do want? Is there anything you're going to grab on day one? Do let me know in the comment section below. Of course, keep it kind, keep it respectful, do respect each other's opinions. Thank you so much for watching. If you've made it this far in the video, it's sincerely appreciated. Make sure you stay tuned. Plenty of Lego Harry Potter stuff coming up in this space. Take care, and I'll see you in the very next video. Bye.